Tally. I'm coming to my apartment in Burbank, California. Watching 5 Girls 5 Minutes, 5 Girls 5 Minutes, and don't edit the videos. It is Thursday. I am Tally, and since the last time I made a video, I got to see my dog. Yay! Okay, so clearly I'm back in my apartment now, but last weekend I went on Saturday. I flew home to Atlanta, and I got back yesterday to see my family for the long weekend and see my friends, and it was awesome and really awesome. It was just great to see everyone. I got to see pretty much everyone that I wanted to. Just a couple people I didn't get a chance to see, which was sort of disappointing, but I got to see everyone else, so that was good. But I've also sort of been living in 2 time zones because I was only there for 5 days, so I didn't want to get too adjusted to Atlanta time, because obviously then I had to come back, 5 days later. However, I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, LA time, to catch my flight on Saturday, because my flight was at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and so drive the airport at 4. And so by the time I got to Atlanta, I was so tired that it was sort of like I was already, because by the time I fell asleep, it was like only 9 o'clock Los Angeles time, but like midnight Georgia time. And then the next day I went to church in the morning, so I kept getting up early. And so, of course, by the time I flew home yesterday, I'm back on Atlanta time, and so my time zones are all sorts of screwed up. So yeah, that sort of sucks. But other than that, the trip was fantastic. Like I said, on Sunday I went to church in the morning, got to see all the people I volunteer with, which was great. And then I went down to Decatur and met 2 of my friends, my former roommate and our good friend, for lunch. And then I came back home, and we had family friends over just hanging out in the backyard at night and for dinner, so then, I hung out with them. And then Rachel came over and we watched the Smash finale, which was really good, and it was really exciting that I was able to watch it with her because they had a fake Tonys, and since Rachel and I always watch the Tonys together, and obviously I'm in California, she's in Georgia, and originally she was planning to come out for the Tony Awards, but my parents are going to come into town next weekend because they're already going to be in visiting friends in Napa, so they figured it's a little bit of a shorter flight to just pop down to see me in Los Angeles. So, so I'm not going to get to watch the real Tony Awards with her, but we did get to watch the fake ones together, so that was good. And then on Monday, I just sort of hung out with my family, saw Rachel for a little bit longer, Rachel again, just for a couple hours. Then on Tuesday, I woke up really early and drove to the DMV so that I could renew my Georgia license, because the plane ticket home, in addition to the cost of renewing my license and re-registering my car in Georgia, was about half the cost of my re-registered earlier online, but was about half the cost as it would have taken to register my car in Georgia. And since I still technically have a permanent residence in Georgia and whatnot, it's sort of like a loophole. So yeah, so it was just so much easier. Seriously, I got to the DMV like 45 minutes before it opened, and then once the door opened, I was in and out in 20 minutes. So yes, would highly recommend going to the DMV an hour early, an hour before it opens, just to get things out of the way. It'd just be done so much easier. Because that was the day before I left. It was Tuesday. So if, something had gone wrong and I didn't have anything, like, it would have been a big problem. So, but luckily I brought more than enough documents. Unlike the situation in California, when I tried to go to the DMV and didn't have anything I needed, and I need my dad's signature and all this ridiculousness. So yeah, now I have a Georgia license for another 5 years, so that's exciting. Because I honestly don't think I'm going to be living in California for the rest of my life. I kind of see myself working here for a few years, getting enough experience to go back and maybe get a good job working at one of the production companies or studios or networks that's based in Atlanta, and I would be totally fine with that. I don't know, just being home this weekend sort of really reminded me, like, I really like Atlanta, and I'm just not, maybe I'll feel differently once I'm working out here, but I don't know, I just would rather be in Atlanta. So yeah, and then after that I went back to Decatur and had lunch with Catherine and Suzanne again, and then I went and visited the TV station to see everyone, and I only meant to be there for like an hour and a half, and then I was there for like almost 4 hours talking to people. So yeah, it was really fun, and it was a really great weekend, and I got to spend a lot of time with my dog, who was so excited to see me. So when I landed in Atlanta, I took Marta to meet my parents at the stop closest to our house. And so my mom and dad came to pick me up, and they brought my dog. And so as soon as my dad knew I had gotten off the train, he brought my dog out on a little leash, you know, like in the parking lot to come meet me. And then once there were no, and I was like the only one out there, and there weren't any cars coming, so my dad dropped the leash, and Grayson ran towards me and like jumped up on me. It was really awesome. It was so sweet. It was like seriously like out of a movie. It was really exciting. He was so happy to see me. I was so happy to see him. I miss him. Alright, it's 5 minutes 30 seconds, so I'm going to stop. But I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you all next Thursday.